out there waiting for us. How did they know that?
Nostalgia has become a way of life.
I'm gonna make him an offer, Captain.
Nostalgia never goes out of style.
When this baby hits 88 miles per hour, you're gonna see some serious shit.
You can't remember something that never made an impression on you. Shit was so much better back then. Before I get started, I'd like to kindly ask that you hit the like button and please subscribe to the channel for more content just like this.
Do or do not. There is no try.
Reminiscence is a new film from the producers of the Westworld TV series. A show I actually tend to enjoy simply because it's ambitious and it forces people to think a little bit. Both are foreign concepts these days when it comes to storytelling, and I can see aspects of Westworld bleeding into this movie. It is an ambitious and somewhat new idea. The story follows a man, played by Hugh Jackman, who guides people through their memories, using his soothing voice and a high-tech machine.
Go fuck yourself, pretty boy.
This is all so they can relive moments from their past. It's basically like time traveling without actually going anywhere. And it could be for anything, like reliving moments with someone you lost, or something as simple as finding your car keys.
The cheese, the keys.
This would really come in handy on Monday mornings. But when this man's new girlfriend, played by Rebecca Ferguson, goes missing suddenly, he becomes obsessed with finding clues in his own memories to figure out what happened to her. This movie has a little bit of everything. It's got romance, it's got sci-fi, it's got action, it's got mystery, but I think the noir aesthetic is what I like most about it. Futuristic noir settings have so much potential to me. And this movie does tap into that idea, and that I enjoyed. I also love the world that they built for this movie. There's something visually pleasing to me to see a city that's been taken over by seawater. That backdrop just makes everything so much more interesting.
I like it a lot.
Think about it as being like Venice, but just on a larger scale, where you literally have to travel around from building to building by boat. This movie also dabbles in classic ideas about corruption and class warfare. Anytime we have some kind of cataclysmic event, we typically get to see how the different classes deal with it. How both more fortunate and less fortunate people live their lives in this new world in very different ways. Hugh Jackman never really puts on a bad performance, but some of his roles do seem very familiar or repetitive compared to what he's done before, but he always still puts in the same amount of effort whenever he's portraying them. Rebecca Ferguson is quickly becoming someone I feel is being underutilized. I thought she was the best part about Dr. Sleep.
She got a great ass.
In this movie, however, I don't really feel like they gave her enough to do. She's a mysterious character, no doubt, so you can't really give her too much screen time, but I would have preferred if they gave her a little bit more opportunities to show some range. Because in the few times she does get those opportunities, she shines in them. It should also be noted that Thandie Newton is in this as well. She's also from Westworld. Again, she's great in that show too, but in this she felt a little bit underutilized. Plus, I don't think I could ever get used to hearing her with an American accent. It just sounds so weird to me, and not because she's doing a bad job, it's just not what I'm used to.
Do you understand the words that are coming out of my mouth?
I guess what I'm getting at is the characters could have been written a little bit better, and it might have helped me be able to care about them a little bit more. I gotta be honest, I think the runtime for this movie was way too long, because it does drag a bit in some spots, and it's very noticeable. I think about 20 to 30 minutes taken out of this movie probably could have done it wonders.
That makes sense.
The story they're trying to tell calls for a lot of investigation, so it does feel like a bit of a slow burn at times. But with all these different styles and genres meshing together, and the story feeling a bit convoluted at times, everything does feel a little bit uneven. Even when the big reveal happens, it doesn't really have the impact on me that it should have. Like when it happens, it honestly feels predictable, which makes all the convoluted investigative parts seem unnecessary.
You have that luxury. You have the luxury of not knowing what I know.
Overall, I do admire the attempt to try something new, but the execution was just lacking here for me. And it's a shame because the idea in this movie just has so much potential. It just feels like they didn't take it all the way. I felt like a little bit more depth to the characters might have helped me be a little bit more invested. I think where the movie really succeeds is in its visuals and its cinematography. It's amazing to look at and it has some lofty ideas. It feels like it's trying to be somewhat of a Nolan type movie. But it was just in some desperate need of some fine-tuning, I believe, that it never really got. I have to be honest, there were moments late in the movie where I just felt myself starting to check out, which is never a good sign and really unfortunate because I desperately wanted to like this movie more than I actually did. To sum it up, I'm going to have to give Reminiscence the Careless Sam Gerard.
I don't care!
So have you seen Reminiscence? If you have, let me know what you thought about it in the comments down below. As always, please like, comment, share, subscribe to the channel, hit that bell for notifications, and I'll see you next time right here on Real Shift. Thanks for watching. Peace out.
Y'all be cool. Nah.